Pearson, the Director of Youth Ministries at Olivet, and I will be sharing this Monday's Daily Reflection. So, when I went back to look at my calendar at the beginning of this week, I realized that Olivet Day would have been this past Saturday, which is one of my favorite events that the church holds all year. Starting at 4 or 5 in the morning, Joe Derrico pulls up to the church with his smoker and some other guys from the church, and they start smoking pulled pork in the parking lot for the next 12 hours. So 12 hours later, around 4 or 5 p.m., people are gathered just to be together. The whole congregation comes together just for a relaxed day of fun and fellowship because it's a community. And this year looks a lot different. We can't be physically together, but we are still a community, and we are still the church. Being the church is a verb. It's alive and it's active. We still have the capacity to give love and serve one another. That has not changed. Not going to a church building doesn't change God's love for us or our calling to love one another. We're in the midst of our second food drive for a community food pantry in Charlottesville. The youth are writing letters and making phone calls to church members they think could use some extra love in this time. And diaper donations are coming in for local families in need. We are even breaking bread for one another so that we can take communion together at home. There's a quote that I read that says, "We will never change the world by going to church. We will only change the world by being the church." And so I came across this poem this week by Canadian poet Rupi Kaur, and I'd like to share it with you. In the darkest times, I've seen us become our brightest, standing on balconies and singing to the empty streets below us. We managed to crack jokes in the saddest times, put the vulnerable before us, dance in hospitals to keep ourselves going, risk our own bodies to heal the sick. Sometimes, it takes a crisis to remember our lives depend on each other. We will end up nowhere if we try to go it alone. And while people are losing each other, and people are saving each other, people are also getting to work. As the world wakes to uncertainty, canvases that sat collecting dust for the past 5 years are finally being stretched. Books are being written. Inventions are falling into little heads everywhere, because there's nothing better to do at this time than be useful. And I can't think of a more beautiful way to pull ourselves together. I don't think there's a more human way to survive. So as we begin this week, I encourage you to find new ways to build and nurture community with one another. Go and be the church.